Hi, and welcome to How to Become the Go-To Real Estate Agent in Your Area. How to get double commissions and create a consistent six-figure income even if your pipeline is currently bone dry. The best way to explode your income this year without working any harder is doing what other agents are not. And that's not working with a massive pool of clients, a massive pool of cash buying clients, the fix and flip investors. You're in the right place if you're tired of competing with thousands of other agents fighting for listings and sales. There's over 2 million real estate agents in the United States, so I'm assuming there's a lot of agents in your area as well. You're in the right place if your commission checks are far and few between, taking months to get paid. This leads to uncertainty about your income, and as real estate agents, we try to kind of plan out what our income will be in the coming months ahead. You're in the right place if you're struggling cultivating your database with buyers and sellers. This can take years. You need to find your USP, which is your unique selling proposition, or doing something different, specializing in a niche market. You're in the right place if you're tired of competing with online listing portals saturating the marketplace. It's better to get off-market properties, fly under the online radar, know where to look for these properties. You're in the right place if working with finicky buyers are wearing you down, tired of deals falling apart after months of work. You may like what you do, but do you wish you could just have another alternative for making more sales with faster closings, but without, here it is, all the competition? Let's talk about what you will be learning today. What if 20% of your clients produced 80% of your income? Less clients produce more income. That's right. Who are they and where to find them? You could have a couple of clients that buy and sell maybe 3 to 6 properties every year, or even one client that buys and sells a dozen properties every year, which all equals fast, consistent, no hassle purchases and multiple commissions for you. What if you didn't have to spend any money on getting new leads, like advertising to homeowners? It's a very saturated market, but there's another way. There's a way that you could meet dozens of cash buyers every week or every month, all looking for properties to buy on a consistent basis. What if you spend your saved advertising money on, let's say, how about yourself and your family? Enjoy your efforts instead of having constant advertising expense. Advertising for home buyers and sellers can become a big expense and eat into your commission checks. Not anymore, not with these cash buyers. Now you can spend that money on yourself. What's the solution? Working with the fix and flip real estate investors to explode your present income, even if you're just starting out. Start collecting commission checks in weeks, not months. Earn consistent sales every month. Work with a huge pool of cash buyers. Hi, my name is Glenn Gallucci. I'm the founder and CEO of Peak Properties and Peak Private Lending, which we're a professional real estate company. Hi, I'm Glenn Gallucci. I'm the founder and CEO of Peak Properties, which is a professional real estate investment company that specializes in buying and selling distressed properties. We've been in the real estate and construction industry for over 35 years and have a successful track record in new and renovated residential projects as well as commercial projects. I'm a licensed New Jersey realtor and a licensed New Jersey continuing education instructor. I'm qualified to show you exactly how the fix and flip market works and how to profit working with investors, how real estate agents can get consistent income, how working with cash buying investors can explode your current income. I've gone from being a contractor to an investor to being the bank and educating investors and real estate agents since 2003. I'm also the founder and CEO of Peak Private Lending. Since 1998, We lend capital to other real estate investors. We quickly became the prime funding source for investors, especially those who don't qualify for loans through the traditional application process from other hard money lenders. And this is our motto here. We lend money when banks and hard money lenders can't or won't. Okay, so we specialize in lending money to investors. This is just a little bit of a programs that we have that differ from others. We offer up to 100% financing. We do free deal analysis, same-day rehab draws, advanced rehab draws. We do joint venture deals. We close properties in 3 to 5 days. And most importantly, beginning investors are welcome. And here's just some of the things also that we do. We don't require credit checks, bank statements, guarantees, no rehab draw fees. We don't need appraisals. We do all that in-house. We don't need any third-party approvals. And there's no closing table surprises. So here we are, Peak Properties and Peak Private Lending since 1998. Paul Gallucci, the managing partner of Peak. So here we are, Peak Properties and Peak Private Lending since 1998. And this is my son, Paul Gallucci, who's the managing partner of the Peak organization. Paul holds licenses as a mortgage originator and a New Jersey title producer. My story. Well, I was fortunate to have grown up watching my dad run a large commercial construction company in New York City. So at an early age, I spent the summers on the job, learning all the aspects of construction and investing in real estate, and quickly became a partner in the company. Then I branched out into New Jersey, buying and fixing and selling residential homes with the knowledge I learned throughout my life. The education I received was extensive and priceless, and I knew it would take people years or even decades to understand what I've learned if they tried to do it all themselves. That's why I decided to start sharing all that I've learned over 30 years of investing and more than 20 years of educating thousands of people. I love helping beginners, experienced investors, and real estate agents become successful using my proven methodology and educational programs. I am the New Jersey Real Estate Investors Networking Group host called I am the New Jersey Real Estate Investors Networking Group host called Wholesalers and Rehabbers with over 4,000 members since 2002. I've shown dozens of real estate agents in my area how to explode their income by working with me and other investors in finding and analyzing houses for me to buy, fix, and sell. They got consistent commissions, and I got plenty of deals. With the knowledge learned from me, many of the agents actually became investors themselves. Now, I don't get all the deals now, but they come to me with their funding, so it's still a win-win for both of us. I continue to educate real estate investors and have shown them how to develop a program so I continue to educate investors and real estate agents in my area and have now developed a program so real estate agents all over the U.S. can benefit from my experience and training. So again, I've been educating investors and real estate agents for over 20 years. Here's just some of the educational programs that we offer. We have a bus tour that we do for Here are some of our workshops and tours that we have educating real estate agents as well as investors. I've conducted over 32 seminars, 45 workshops, 44 bus tours, and over 200 plus networking events. And here we had the New York Times come out. This is one of our bus tours. New York Times came out and followed us. Here we have the New York Times, which came out and followed us on our tour of investment properties. And again, we've had sold out 44 bus tours since 2004. This is my first house. And the reason why I show this picture of my first house is because it's very similar to the houses that I do today. Then this is back over 30 years ago, but it's the same type, which I'm going to show you now. Here's just a few that we did. Nice, simple houses, right? Some retail properties here. Okay. Nothing great, nothing fantastic, all money makers, fast deals. Okay, I bought these properties quickly, and my real estate agents got double commissions on every one. Here's some more. Again, just basic housing. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, all money makers, easy to find for real estate agents. All right, I can go on and on and on and show you these are all my properties. Bought them quickly, renovated them, sold them quickly, agents, double commissions every time. And I was buying a dozen of these at a time. Now, here's one just a little bit nicer, a little bit more upgraded. Okay, but simple, very simple. Simple kitchen, simple bathrooms, simple siding, roofing, just make it nice and clean. This is, investors can go through these houses real quick to give real estate agents that consistent, quick income that they're looking for. Nothing crazy here. All money makers, and money makers for the real estate agents as well. Very simple. Okay, I can just go on and on and on. Right, this was a basement. Just take the basement, turning into living space. Beautiful. Now, I've also done some higher end homes, so I don't want you to think I only work in that lower tier market. Okay, here's when you want to get a little bit more fancier, but again, not out of control. Nice homes, quality workmanship. Right, different workmanship in these houses. But here again, money makers. You just have to provide higher quality finishes. So again, we do both. But I love that lower end middle market is great. How about some reasons to work with the buy, fix, and flip investor? Well, there's plenty of investors. There's over 28 million real estate investors in America. 7 million who claim to be active real estate investors and plan to be actively buying a property in the next 12 months. So investors buy and sell multiple times a year. How about some more reasons to work with the fix and flip investor? It's just all business. An investor has no emotional attachment to the house, thus making the whole process much more mechanical. And you're never going to find a finicky investor. Investors understand the process. Experienced investors, we don't haggle over commissions, nor get panicky over ugly smells and repairs that these houses have. This is their bread and butter. An investor must buy and sell to earn a living, unlike retail buyers. The benefits of working with the buy, fix, and flip investor. They're easy to work with because they understand their market. Deals are expedited, and that means fast closings for you. You can earn double commissions on every sale. You'll have access to a large customer base, and investors are much more active than home buyers. A house flipper buys a house in need of cosmetic help at a steep discount, and they fix all the problems. They make the house beautiful. Then they relist the house for retail sale. Working with an experienced fix and flipper may be one of the most profitable ways to work with an investor, as busy fix and flippers sometimes buy or sell a dozen houses a year. When working with the fix and flip investors, speed is incredibly important, both when buying and selling. In a competitive market, oftentimes properties are snatched up in just minutes, so be prepared to work fast and have systems in place that can allow for fast offers. Here's some topics to discuss with your investor. Now that you understand the basics behind a real estate investment, let's talk more about beginning with the working relationship with you and your investor client. Let's look at some topics that you should discuss with your potential investors to get a solid understanding of what kind of investor they are. Number one, what's your experience? Number one, what's your experience? What kind of investing experience do they have? This will let you know where they stand. Did they just get out of a hype-filled weekend boot camp where they were sold a pie-in-the-sky dream? Do they have a background in real estate, finance, or business? Set the tone right up front. Number two, How are you financing your progress? Number 2, how are you financing your project? Is that a problem? Nah, it's never a problem. There's plenty of money out there for your investors. There's hard money, private money, gap funding, traditional funding, family and friends, associates, and you know what? There's pros and cons to all of them. Just need to know a little bit about them. Showing your investor where and how to get no-hassle funding puts you on top of their list. Knowing how to properly analyze a deal makes financing a no-brainer. Number 3, who's on your team? It's a good idea to know who your investor is working with on their projects. If they don't have a team, help them assemble a team. Like maybe you can show them or point them to some good quality general contractors, lenders, an investor-friendly attorney, real estate agents. Number 3, who's on your team? It's a good idea to know who your investor is working with on their projects. If they don't have a team, help them assemble a team. Like maybe point them in the right directions to get good general contractors, lenders, investor-friendly attorneys, insurance agent, title companies. Knowing where to find investor-friendly team members is extremely helpful for your investors, especially if they're just beginning investors. How to attract investor clients? Well, real estate investors, they're not hiding. So you just need to know where to find them and what they want. Local real estate investment groups in your area is one of the best ways to find real estate investors. And you can go on nationalrea.org and they'll give you a list of the associations all across America. Being prepared with How to attract these investor clients? Well, real estate investors aren't hiding, so you just need to know where to find them and what they want. Local real estate investment groups in your area is the place to find them. You can go to nationalrea.org and they'll give you a list of the associations all across America. And being prepared with a presentation is key. You must become known as the investor-friendly real estate agent, knowledgeable about the fix and flip business. Most agents are not, but those that are, they make plenty of commissions. Next up is evaluating the numbers. Help your investor to understand what a good deal is and how to analyze the deal the profitable way. Okay, let's look at some analyzing deals. There's just a few steps to evaluating a deal. One is to determine the after-repaired value, commonly known as the ARV, what the house will sell for when the renovation is completed. Next up, comparable sales, showing them why the house should sell for the price that you tell them. Number 3, drive the comps. Visually see the neighborhood and the house and the property. Number 4, do a quick house inspection, so not to miss any major costly problems that could come up. Let's look at the agent's potential earnings with investors. If the average investor flips 4 to 8 deals per year, if the average purchase price of the house is just say $200,000, your sales commission at, just say it's 2.5%, is $5,000 per deal, times 4 deals is $20,000 commission income from your investor purchasing the deals. Then here comes the double commission part. If the average selling price of the house is $400,000, your sales commission at 2.5% is $10,000 per deal, times 4 deals is $40,000 commission income. That's a $60,000 swing on only one investor. If you have 5 investors, you make $300,000. So you see how this can be so explosive to your income? Now you want to help investors in analyzing their properties, what to look for when locating profitable properties for investors. Help them pick the right neighborhoods. I love low to middle priced areas, and across America that's probably like between $180,000 to $500,000. You want to be in areas where there's not a lot of crime or there's not a lot of people that are just hanging out on the streets. You want a working class neighborhood. Houses that are affordable by most everyone. Some good first-time projects for investors are starter homes or one-step-up homes. You want the least expensive house in the block. And by the way, condos are easy. I love condos. 3 to 4 bedroom, 1 to 2 bath homes, they're typical. Ranch houses are great because they're easy, especially for beginners. I don't suggest starting with 3 and 4 family homes, and basically they're just too hard. I mean, unless your investor is experienced and, or you have a buyer's list for these type of houses, then that's fine. But investors just starting out, start out with the more simple houses. Help them pick the right kind of houses that are consistent with the neighborhood. No 1 and 2 bedroom houses if the rest of the neighborhood are all 4+ bedrooms. And the same thing with no big 6+ bedrooms if all the other houses are 3 and 4 smaller houses. Okay? And also just watch out for those super cheap houses. Find out why. And be careful of functional obsolescent houses. And basically, that's when a design feature in a house loses its demand since And be careful of functional obsolescent houses, especially when the design feature in a house loses its demand since it's archaic and other modern designs have taken over. It's a big 4 or 5 or 6 bedroom houses and only 1 bathroom. And the bathroom's on the first floor when the bedrooms are on the second floor. You can't sell it, then you'll be forced to hold and rent it. So your investors should know this right up front. Be careful with those functional obsolescent houses. Your most important task, you must establish the value of the house first. What can you sell the house for after it's repaired? This is the key. It's key, it's key, it's key. You must know this and be very close. Know the values in that neighborhood. What are the homes selling for in that neighborhood? Make your investors realize and understand why the selling price of the house is what you say. Know what's a good deal, and it's basically no more than 70% of the ARV, the after repaired value, the total investment. This leaves room for your investors' holding, closing costs, and most important, their profit. Too many beginners pay too much for the house. Make your offer according to this 70% rule and stick to your guns. So in other words, if your house is going to sell for, just say $100,000, your investor should not be into it for more than $70,000. That's 70%. And that leaves that 30%, again, for their holding costs, closing costs, and their profit. Okay? Stick to that rule. How about some type of houses to avoid? Small houses with 2 bedrooms or less. Small master bedrooms. Busy house that's on a busy street and it's very close to the street. A bad location, just what we call in the industry war zones, where there's a lot of crime. Okay, you don't want houses in that location either. Or your house has no garage or off-street parking if it's not consistent with the other houses. There's some neighborhoods that don't have garages and it's all off-street parking, and that's fine. But I'm talking about you're in an area where everyone has a driveway and a garage and your house just doesn't. You need to be careful of that. Junky neighbors, as you can see in this picture. And this was just recent. I was just there the other day. Here's a nice house being renovated, and look what they're going to be looking at next door. This is a $500,000 house right here. Okay. Now, when you're spending $500,000, do you want to be looking at this? So this could be a tough for sell. You need to be careful of that. Watch out for those neighbors. We talked about functional obsolescent houses, and houses that just have bad renovations that you just can't correct them, and they look like they've been added on. They look piecemeal. Be careful of those type houses, because if you go to sell it, it'll be a tougher sell. House could sit on the market a lot longer. I would tend to stay away from these type of houses that have these homemade renovations. Taking a break. Okay. Common rehab mistakes and how to avoid them. Help your investors with this. You can also warn and monitor these common mistakes. Common rehab mistakes and how to avoid them. You can also warn and monitor these common mistakes to help your investor. They may not realize many of these things. Let's just take a look at a couple. Mistake number one, falling in love with the property. A lot of rehabbers tend to overspend because they fail to keep their emotions in check. This can lead to losses for your investor. They imagine a property as their home to be, and before you know it, they're doubling their repair budget. Again, this can lead to losses. Let them focus on the return on investment. Do what needs to be done and stick to the plan. Know when to walk away from a deal. Don't let your investor get into marginal or bad deals. You'll lose a potential future continuing customer. Mistake number two, over-improving the property. Remember, your investors are in the rehab business to resell, so they must keep their expenses minimal. Their goal should be to upgrade the condition so it fits in with the other homes in the neighborhood, and this is where you need to assist them and help them along the way. All of this is exactly what I and other agents have taught. All of this is exactly what I and other agents I've taught have done successfully for years. Shouldn't it be your turn now? Okay, so you may be thinking, why am I here? Why are you here? Okay, so why are you here? You know what? Why are you here? You're tired of competing with thousands of other agents fighting for listings and sales? Or do you want less competition? Are you struggling cultivating your database with buyers and sellers? This could take years. To earn commission checks in weeks and not months. You can do this. You can become the top selling agent specializing in the fix and flip market. I've been doing it for 35 years, and I started by mentoring. You can do this. You can become the top selling agent specializing in the fix and flip market. I have been doing it for 35 years. But I started out being mentored and then by trial and error. Now, I'm just working a proven method over and over. I make consistent purchases, sales, and profits. The agents just need to be shown how this fix and flip business really works. So, how can you make this work for you? Well, you have two options. Go it alone. You can do this on your own with some pain, frustration, trial and error, and lots of time and rejection. Or learn from a 35-year expert in the fix and flip business. Get a step-by-step, proven, and personal guidance with a complete instructional course that eliminates all the confusion and shows you how to dominate this extremely lucrative market working with the fix and flip investors. Introducing how to become the go-to real estate agent for investors flipping houses. How to get double commissions and create a six-figure income even if your pipeline is currently bone dry. Welcome to Above the Rest. No, okay with this. So I'd like to introduce you to Above the Rest. How to become the go-to real estate agent for investors flipping houses. How to get double commissions, and how to create a consistent six-figure income, even if your pipeline is currently bone dry. So here's what you get. A complete lifeline access to the program. 14 in-depth training video modules. 54 videos, that's over 3 hours of content. 30 downloadable worksheets and guides. Access to any future content. And the powerful buying formula chart, which is extremely important in this business. And by the way, if you're thinking, What if it's not for you? Don't worry. I give you a complete 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. If it's not for you, for some reason, send me an email and I'll return your tuition. Okay? But it will be to your advantage to become the go-to agent. So, you can dominate this market space and stand above the rest when loaded with this information. Experienced investors will be impressed. Newbie investors will be amazed. Know what the other agents don't. Right. So, you'll dominate this market space and stand above the rest when loaded with this information. Experienced investors will be impressed. Newbie investors will be amazed. You just need to know what the other agents don't. Let's look a little further so you can knock out the competition in this market. I'm going to tell you about the 3 different types of investors and which ones are the best. Finding the best, most active investors by the dozens. Finding profitable deals other agents don't even know about. How to use the MLS to find the hidden gems. Many agents don't even use this as well. 4 ways to find off-market properties that agents don't know about. The best type of houses for consistent profit for your investor. The 10 type of houses to avoid and why. The 9 steps to the buy, fix, and flip business. Know what investors know. This will make you invaluable. The profitable buying formula to analyze a deal in minutes. This is key. The financial I'm going to start this all over. You'll dominate this market space and stand above the rest when loaded with this information. Experienced investors will be impressed. Newbie investors will be amazed. And that's just to know what the other agents don't. Let's look at how to knock out your competition. Going to show you the 3 different types of investors and which is the best. Finding the best, most active investors by the dozens. Finding profitable deals other agents don't even know about. Using the MLS to find the hidden gems. Again, many agents don't even use this method. 4 ways to find off-market properties that other agents don't know about. The best type of houses for consistent profit. The 10 type of houses to avoid and why. The 9 steps to the fix and flip business. Know what the investors know, and you will be invaluable. The profitable buying formula to analyze a deal in minutes. This is key, and it's so simple, but so effective. I'm going to show you the financing solutions for your investors to keep them buying all year long. Knowing how long it will take to sell the house. This is an amazing simple formula. And the bonus, how to get your investors $5,000 to $10,000 and more after receiving an offer. I'm going to share that with you as a bonus. So we have a step-by-step proven program with over 50 video lessons. Now this is just a quick glimpse. Finding these distressed properties, the profitable buying formula, how to finance your fix and flip for your investors, vitally important, and helping investors analyze profitable deals. You will stand out above all other agents just using this method. Okay, so that's just some of the 14 modules that you're going to have here, loaded with information. So if you register today, you can receive these 2 bonuses. You can get 20% off your tuition. Bonus number 2, get your free ebook, the 25 most common mistakes made by investors and how to avoid them. Okay, showing your investors this, again, is going to put you over the top. These are mistakes that every investor makes, and most of the times we wish we never made them, but you're going to know about them right up front. So here you can get your 20% discount, and that's just my way of saying thank you for your time today. And the ebook will help you help your investors. Here are just some quick little testimonials. With Glenn's training, I've been able to make double commissions for over 10 years. And now she's also an investor doing deals today. Here we have Marlene. Thank you for all the valuable information and insight and motivational inspiration that you provided us. You've made a huge difference in our lives. God bless and best wishes. Now, I can go on forever, but most agents enjoy having less or no competition. So as you can imagine, they're a little reluctant to keep popping up on screen all over. So these are just a couple of investors. Well, I call them investors because they invest in real estate. A couple of agents that have had great success with this. And like I said, I've taught dozens in my area how to do the same. Here's just some testimonials. I'm not going to read them all. Since I don't have their pictures on, again, very satisfied agents and investors as well. And that's, over 20 years, I have 100 more, but I think you get the point. Some more satisfied, successful students, they were okay to be on camera. So we can hello to all these agents and investors who have had great success as well. So, are you ready to make an investment in your future? I know what you're thinking. What is all this going to cost? How much is the tuition? Let's just go into it a little bit. Everything we have here is probably worth $49.95, okay? But let me tell you something. Even at that price, one sale to one investor, when you get a double commission, it's like $10,000 of income to you. If you did this 5 times, okay, are you ready to make an investment in your future? I know you're probably wondering, okay, what's this program, going to cost and all that. Let me just tell you what the value is and what the tuition is. It's worth $49.95. Okay, that's if you made one sale to an investor and you got your double commission, it's $10,000 income to you. Right. Okay, so you're ready to make an investment in your future? I know you're probably wondering, okay, what's all this going to cost? Well, let me just tell you the value and what the tuition is. It's worth $49.95. Okay, that's with everything that we offer here. But you know what? One sale to an investor, when you're getting double commission, it's a $10,000 income to you. If you did this 5 times, your income would be $50,000. That's why it's got a worth of $49.95. Okay, if you want to hire me one-on-one, well, you can do that for half a day, and it's $3,000. And as you can see, when I do my workshops, people aren't paying that, but they're coming by 100 at a time. So that's what it would cost, though, to get me one-on-one. Oh. So, are you ready to make an investment in your future? I know you've probably been wondering, okay, what's all this going to cost? Okay, so let me just show you the value and what the tuition is. It's worth $49.95. But let me tell you something. If you made one sale to an investor, and when you get your double commission, that's $10,000 of income to you. So you can see the worth of $49.95. If you did this 5 times during the year, you'd make $50,000 in commission. Now, if you want to do this one-on-one and hire me for half a day, it's $3,000. But that may be a little bit much for most people, and I understand that. Okay, my workshops have been $997. That's what workshop students paid, and again, well worth it. One deal, they make tremendous income from it. Today's special, I want to make it affordable for everyone. I want to make this kind of like a no-brainer. If you enroll now, the regular tuition was $997. I'm not going to charge you that. Today's tuition is $497. $497 for this program, for you to make consistent income, whether your pipeline is bone dry or you're an experienced real estate agent who just wants to explode their income. I'm not going to charge you that today either. With our bonus number 1, you're getting 20% off of that. So the tuition is only $397.60. Okay, you'll get your coupon code. You can put that right in when you register for the program, and you'll get this special price for today. So you just do this. You click the link below for more information about the course and get your discount code. Your tuition amount will go from $497 to $397.60. Okay, this will be your checkout screen with your discount. So you can see it was $497. You're going to get your discount, and that's going to be the final price to you. So, I don't know, are you thinking, will this be worth it? Well, So by now, are you thinking, will this be worth it? Let me tell you something, you're going to have more knowledge in the fix and flip market than 90% of your colleagues. If you do only one deal with a fix and flip investor, your investor will So are you thinking, will this be worth it? Well, you'll have more knowledge of the fix and flip market than 90% of your colleagues. If you only do one deal with a fix and flip investor, your income will most likely be at least 10 times what you paid for this. You'll have this knowledge forever. Okay? You can even start doing your own flips. You will know what very few agents know about the buy, fix, and flip market. Hands down, you will dominate your area. Also, are you thinking, I already work with investors. Well, are you the only agent they call when they want a deal? Are you analyzing the deals with them? Are you offering them deals on a silver platter? Are you showing them how to get the financing for every deal? Are you showing them how to avoid potential huge problems and losses, which I've never seen real estate agents show me that? Are you showing them how to build their team? Are you working with beginning investors who need guidance? Now you can give them the guidance. You can create your own cash cow investor. Are you thinking, are there enough investors? Well, I've said it before, there's over 28 million investors in the U.S., 7 million planning to buy within this year. There's a ton of investors right in your area. There are beginning investors where you can now give them the confidence to move on deals. Sometimes you'll get investors, or they want to be investors, they want to get started, but they're just not quite sure. Now you can help them and give them that confidence. You can show them how to get the funding for the deals. You can show them how to build their team, how to create their own downline of investors. Are you thinking, I already work with investors? Are you the only agent they call when they want a deal? Are you analyzing the deals with them? Are you offering them the deals on a silver platter to make them no-brainers? Are you showing them how to get the finance for every deal? No agents I know do that. Are you showing them how to avoid potential huge problems and losses? Again, no agents I know does that either. Are you showing them how to build their team? Are you working with beginning investors who need guidance? Now you can give them the guidance and you can create your own cash cow investor. Are you thinking, are there enough investors? Or, like I said before, with over 28 million, there's plenty in your area. There are tons of investors right in your area. There are beginning investors. Now you can show them and give them the confidence on how to move forward on deals. You can show them how to get the funding for the deals. Again, no agents will show investors that. You can show them how to build their team. You'll create your own downline of investors by working with beginners. Other agents don't do this and don't know how to do it. You will be above the rest with the knowledge from this course. Well, that's pretty much it, and I just want to thank you for spending the time, and I hope you got a little more knowledge about the fix and flip business and how lucrative it can be working with the fix and flip investors. And I look forward to seeing you becoming that go-to real estate agent for investors flipping houses. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it.